A signal carries a value at every instant, and the upper picture shows one such signal over the first 2 seconds. The quantity this whole lesson is built from is written large on the right. The symbol is read the instantaneous power of the signal at a given time. The word power names a physical quantity, and it is not another name for an exponent. The two upright bars take an absolute value, which leaves a real value exactly as it was. Instantaneous power is the square of the value the signal takes at that instant. At 1 second, the signal is at 3, and 3 squared is 9. At half a second, the signal is at -3, and -3 squared is 9 again, so the two instants deliver the same power. A second signal starts at 3 and decays away, and it is 0 at every time before the origin. Squaring it at every instant gives a second curve, which starts at 9 and decays twice as fast. The next symbol collects that second curve over a stretch of time. The symbol is read the energy inside a window of a given width, centered on the origin. The width is a duration, and it is not a particular instant on the horizontal axis. Written as an integral, the energy inside the window adds the instantaneous power over every instant the window covers. Energy inside a window is exactly the shaded area under the instantaneous power. For the drawn pulse, the lower limit moves to the origin because nothing is collected before it, and the integral works out exactly. A shaded window opens on the decaying pulse, narrow at first. Below it, the shaded area is plotted against the width of the window that produced it. The symbol is read the total energy of the signal, and it is what the counter is climbing towards. The subscript names the signal the energy belongs to, and it is not a multiplication. Total energy is the limit of the window energy as the window widens without bound, which is the integral over all time. Total energy is the whole area under the instantaneous power. For this pulse, the counter climbs and then stops, and the value it stops at is 9/4. The same pulse and the same narrow window are drawn again. Below it, the energy counter is drawn again, and a third symbol asks a different question of the same shaded area. The symbol is read the average power of the signal, and widening the window is what it measures. Average power is a limit of ratios, and it is not the power at any single instant. The running average is the window energy divided by the width it was collected over, and the average power is its limit. Average power is the energy inside a window divided by the width of that window. The numerator stops growing while the denominator does not, so the running average sinks onto the horizontal axis. A signal whose total energy is finite therefore has an average power of 0. The instantaneous power of a repeating wave never decays, because the wave itself never does. Every period the window swallows adds the same area as the period before it. The energy counter therefore climbs in a straight line, and it walks off the top of its own picture. The running average of that same area behaves quite differently. It flattens out and settles onto a level. Widening the window again separates the two counters completely. This wave has no finite total energy, and it has an average power of 4.5. The instantaneous power of the wave is drawn again, over 2 whole periods. A squared wave can be rewritten as a constant plus a wave of twice the frequency. That constant is the level the curve oscillates about, and it sits at 4.5. Above that level, the curve makes humps. Below it, the curve makes dips, and over a whole period, the two areas are equal. Nothing in that argument used the particular height, the particular frequency, or the starting point of the wave. So the average power of any such wave is half the square of its amplitude, at every frequency other than 0. At 0 frequency, the wave is a constant. There are no humps and no dips, and its average power is its own square instead. A signal whose total energy is a positive finite number is called an energy signal, and the decaying pulse is 1. A signal whose average power is a positive finite number is called a power signal, and the repeating wave is 1. Suppose a signal has finite total energy. The window energy can never exceed the total, so the running average is trapped between 0 and a fixed number divided by a growing width. Suppose instead that the average power is a positive number. Then beyond some width, the window energy is at least half that number times the width, which grows past every bound. Each definition therefore rules the other out, and no signal at all lies in both classes. A third signal grows instead of decaying, and it is 0 before the origin. Squaring it gives a curve that climbs out of the picture even sooner. The window energy is again an exact integral, and it grows as fast as the signal did. Dividing by the width slows the climb, and it does not stop it. Widening the window sends both counters out of the top of the picture. Neither quantity is finite, so this signal is neither an energy signal nor a power signal. 3 signals carry the whole lesson. A pulse that decays away has a total energy that settles and an average power of 0. A wave that repeats forever has no finite total energy and an average power of 4.5. A signal that grows without bound has neither quantity finite and belongs to neither class. A signal with finite total energy always has an average power of 0. And a signal with positive average power always has infinite total energy, which is why no signal is ever in both classes.